Hello, it's Jake from We Are MMA, and today joining me I have MMA personality, interviewer, commentator, and model Vanessa Campos. Did I miss anything there? Because I know you do a lot.
That was actually good. I was like, wow, I do all those. No, hi everyone, and thank you so much, We Are MMA, for having me. You guys are awesome, and you guys are doing amazing content.
Thank you.
So, kudos to you. I mean, you're doing a
Thanks a
lot.
lot.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're doing a lot too, though. So kudos to you too. So originally you're from Philippines, I believe, and you've
Yes.
moved to the UK. What was your reason in moving to the UK? Was it to do with MMA or was it something else?
Yeah, so essentially it was from the Philippines, Canada back to the UK.
Okay.
I just wanted to check out the European scene. I've always wanted to fight but didn't know how to. Then went to Ireland, Dublin, SBG Dublin, which is like the pinnacle of all MMA. You have Conor McGregor,
Hmm.
and you have the rest of his fighting team, Peter Queally, and everybody else. It was an amazing experience. But I'm still a newbie to the fight game, you know.
Yeah, yeah, very much so. So, what did you move to Canada for?
So my parents' business was there,
Okay,
so I ended up going there, and ended up studying architecture in
okay,
Canada as well.
that's a good thing to know. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's a big switch.
Yeah. So, what was it that got you into MMA?
I really wanted to try it out for self-defense,
Yeah.
just to see all these women kicking ass, looking beautiful, feminine, but at the same time can punch and throw a kick. I was like, yeah, that's sick. I'm gonna try that. So
Yeah.
there it was.
So you've had some Muay Thai fights, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, I did. I did K1 with SBG, and it was incredible. I mean, after my fight with my opponent in Belfast, I actually interviewed my opponent.
Really? That must have been
Yeah,
awkward.
yeah, that was pretty cool. I was like, "Hey, how was it beating the shit out of me?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, it was cool." So shout out to my opponent.
Yeah. Did you win or lose that fight?
I That was sadly a loss. Ugh,
Okay.
yeah, I took that fight 2 weeks notice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting. Is how many times have you fought?
I've only fought twice.
Okay.
The first one I won. Second one was yeah, loss. But
Yeah.
I might fight soon in the future. We don't know yet, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say no to it.
Still something you're interested in doing then?
Definitely. Like I still train, of course, not to that intensity of competing,
Hmm.
but maybe down the road we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. And obviously, being a commentator, I bet it helps your game a lot to understand a little bit more about what they're doing just because you've done it yourself.
Absolutely, absolutely. I enjoy commentating so much. I did it over in Greece for the first time I commentated for MCP Greece. And I was the only female English speaking commentator. The rest were Greek, and I don't speak Greek. But the atmosphere was amazing. Greek fighters are amazing. They're literally warriors. It was
Yeah.
insane. And yeah, I mean, I'm commentating is so much more meticulous, and you're analyzing fights more than just the presenting side, storytelling, telling the
Hmm.
stories about the fighters, whereas the commentating side is more of the technique, the skill. So it has helped me being fighting before, and then putting that on the mic was cool as well.
Yeah. And as you mentioned already, you trained at SBG. Was that just because
Hmm.
you wanted to like get, like I say, get a bit more knowledge of the game and stuff like that? And
Yeah,
obviously,
I always sorry, go
sorry,
ahead.
obviously we all know that Conor McGregor trains there as well.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to know really how fighters do it, how they fight, how from the bottom to up, I just
Yeah.
wanted to learn everything. Ground game, striking, and I had an amazing striking coach there, Carl. He helped me out a lot, I was still a
Hmm.
newbie. But Irish fighters are so different from anywhere else that I've seen, because literally there's you spar till death, you know? And it was amazing to see that, you know, they're technical, but at the same time, they're really, really good, really aggressive. And I think that's what makes them great fighters.
Yeah, yeah, of course. What was it like in SPG? What was like your first day like when you got there?
Oh
Was it a
my
bit
God.
overwhelming or?
Yes, it was really intimidating. And, you know, I mean, you see the famous fighters walking around, training, but they're so chilled out and so nice,
Hmm.
you know, and it makes you want to push more and want to fight harder and want to learn more from them.
Hmm.
Just seeing their dedication and their passion. Yeah, it was a lot.
Did you get a chance to meet anyone, any of the top fighters there?
Yeah, I met Artem. I've also
Yep.
Artem Lebatov. I've interviewed him too for Brave MMA. Uh, Conor McGregor, of course, as everybody knows,
Hmm.
he's a really cool guy. Peter Queally is a big Bellator fighter. Um, so many. It's hard to pronounce their names.
Yeah,
Um, Kiefer Crosby. I always get his name wrong. Kiefer. And of course, you know, James Gallagher,
hmm.
who's a big star now. Yeah, Makwan from UFC. He fought recently as well. Yeah, there's a lot of international fighters come and go for their fight camps as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So did you
that's cool.
get to meet Coach Kavanagh?
I did, yes, of
Yeah.
course I did. He was amazing. You learn a lot from him.
Yeah.
His jiu-jitsu game is just another level. And when you know, he trains and coaches his fighters, it's something else. I've never seen something like that ever. And the respect that the fighters give him as well is something else, you know?
Hmm. No, he is a great coach.
Yeah.
So obviously you train in a bit of kickboxing, Muay Thai. What else do you train? Do you do a bit of everything?
So mainly it's kickboxing, Muay Thai, and slowly getting into jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
Yeah.
My ground game is really bad. So yeah, I wish I had started with jiu-jitsu and wrestling before I went into striking. I
Hmm.
think, I mean, I don't know, a lot of people may be the opposite, where they prefer striking to ground game. I don't know.
Hmm. I definitely
Do you
prefer.
train yourself?
I don't train like in a gym or anything like that. I have messed about with my mates and stuff before and do a bit of
Uh,
striking and whatnot, but I prefer the ground game to be honest.
oh, really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
fascinating.
yeah.
Why?
I enjoy it more. I think it's just a lot more
Hmm.
fun.
Hmm. Makes sense. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I've mentioned before you do like your commentary. You also do face-to-face interviews. Which one do you prefer in that? Is it better doing it face-to-face because you get more of a feel?
Uh, Face to face for sure. You know, I
Yeah,
know that with the whole pandemic happening, you know, Zoom is our best friend right now.
yeah,
You
of
know,
course.
Zoom, Instagram lives. It's not the best, but it works
Hmm.
for now. I do prefer face to face because you get to see the fighters' reactions. You kind of know how to ask the questions around that as well without any internet connection lagging.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just prefer that. Do you prefer online? I mean, have you done any face to face
I
yet?
haven't done
Or
any face to face. No, I
okay.
haven't done anything yet. I haven't been doing it long enough to do that, I don't think, but
Hmm.
I would
No,
like
you
to
will.
one day, hopefully. It would be nice.
Nice, you will. I mean, you're very good at, you know, interviewing. I saw your videos with some of the fighters, and that was cool.
Thank you. I'm slowly getting into it. I mean, I didn't start too long ago.
Nice, nice.
So, how did you get into commentating? What was kind of your reason?
Um, how did I get into it? How did I get into commentating? It was just through Instagram, really.
Yeah.
You know, someone reached out to me and said, "Hey, do you want to present? Do you want to commentate?" And that was it, really. I always wanted to be more on the media side of MMA as well.
Hmm.
So that was cool. I actually started my first mic gig as a ring announcer in Coach Kavanagh's Wimp to Warrior show,
Yeah.
where I first met Conor McGregor. I didn't know it was Conor. I mean, he was coming to me, but I was so scared. I mean, I knew it was a big personality, but I didn't know it was him.
Hmm.
And so after doing the mic gig, being on camera and everything, I was like, I want to do more of these. So, you know, they encouraged me to do more, just start interviewing people, and we're still there. I'm still a baby into it. I'm still starting. I mean, you have the big shots, Megan O'Leary, Josh Thompson in Bellator. He's incredible as well. Laura Sanko, oh my God, she's amazing. Yeah, you know, one day, hopefully, we'll be there.
Yeah, one day, hopefully. It's very hard to get into that kind of thing, because I think I've watched an interview with you before, and you said that like the UFC sort of have their own sort of, they're starting to bring through all their own sort of talent, like Paul Fowler and other people that come on from in the cage to the desk sort of thing.
Yeah, 100%. You know, as any other companies as well, you know, you have to know the right people. You have to be well connected with them. And of course, you have to be in the fight game for quite a while as well to get up there.
Yeah.
And being in the UK, it's a bit harder because we don't have a lot of fights here. You know, UFC only comes here once a year.
Yeah.
So it is much more difficult compared to being in the States, you know, where you have fights after fights. So you have more opportunities, more space in the media. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that, because I've had like some fighters where I've had to do interviews, and it's been very awkward with the times, because I want to like get ready for work the next day and sleep early, and they're staying like 12 o'clock, and it's like, oh, really, that's 12 o'clock in their time, but it's 12 o'clock at night for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you work around it, you make it work, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah. You know, there are many times when, you know, I have to do like a 5 a.m. call or like a 3 a.m. call. So again, it depends on your goals and what you want to do, and, you know, make use of the situation.
What are your goals in the fight game?
I honestly want to become the Asian Megan O'Leary. If we can possibly, don't know, we'll see. She's incredible. I want to do more of the storytelling of the fighters. Commentating I enjoy a lot as well, but I think it's the presenting side is cool for me anyway. You know, following the fighters from when they started, showcasing their stories. Post-fight interviews with fighters are really fun as well. So yeah.
So who's been your favourite person to interview so far, either over Zoom or face-to-face, either one?
Royce Gracie is my favorite. I mean,
That's
there's a lot of fighters that I've interviewed and MMA personalities, but I think Royce Gracie is the one I learned so much the most.
Yeah, it's quite a big name.
Yeah, he's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, was that a face-to-face interview?
Yeah, I met him in Bellator London, and from then on, you know, just caught up via Zoom during the pandemic. I just love his mindset. It's just so different, and it makes you rethink life pretty much.
So if I was to ask you what was your favourite moment in your MMA career so far, would that be the same moment, or would it be different?
Ooh, my favorite moment. I think it was meeting Conor, for sure. Yeah, in the cage when I was doing ring announcing. That was my favorite moment because, for one, I didn't know it was him. Two, he was so cool. So yeah, I think you know, you kind of get fangirl. You fangirl, of course. You know, you have to tell the truth. You fangirl when you see a big personality, when you see a big celebrity like that. You're gonna fangirl. You know.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
So who was it that motivated you to get into doing some sort of fighting or commentating on MMA?
Motivated me. I think it was just myself when I just saw when I saw Megan O'Leary interview Conor. I was in the kitchen one time when I was back in SBG, and I was like, I want to do what she does. It wasn't somebody else motivating me. It was myself, you know, wanting to. It's the same as fighters. If you want to fight, no one's gonna push you to fight. It's your mentality.
Yeah, of course. You've got to push yourself to do what you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, what are some of your favourite fighters?
Okay, there's a lot. But female fighter, my favorite is Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah.
She's just so cool, and I want to get as ripped as her as well. So she's body goals for me. Zhang Wei Li, of course, is amazing. Rose Namajunas, oh my
Yeah.
God, it's just so many. And then on the male fighting side, Hoist Gracie, of course. Um, it's just so much. I can't pick. I
I
think
know.
it's harder for me to pick with the male fighters. For the female, because I can kind of relate, if you know what I mean.
Hmm.
I really enjoy Darren Till's memes.
Yeah, he is hilarious.
I think he's so entertaining. As a fighter, he's amazing as well, but I think he's really good with memes.
Yeah, he just posted another picture. I don't know if you saw, but did you see he did
The raw dog one. Yeah, I saw that
he
one.
posted another picture with where he edited it, where Robert Whittaker and some other people were
Yeah,
wearing it. He is so
I
funny.
know. He edited Michael Bisping as well wearing raw
Yeah.
dog. He's so good. I love opening Instagram and I just see like Darren Till photos. Like he's just so funny.
I know, he's hilarious.
Right.
All the
Yeah.
face swaps as well that he does are hilarious.
Yeah, they're so good. I don't know if he does it or he has somebody else
No, it
doing
must
it.
be someone else. I don't think he's got the time to do that, has he?
No, exactly. I was like, whoa.
So, do you watch any of the events, or do you try to sleep and then catch up? Because obviously in the UK they're on quite late at night sometimes. Well, most of the
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, for us, it was like 5, 6 a.m. when it was Masvidal fighting. That was really, really or early or late, whatever, however you want to call it. So the recent fights, I haven't been catching up because life happens. But the past few ones during the pandemic, I was watching because
Yeah.
you had nothing to do. So
Yeah, I
then the
know.
UFC happened. I was like, oh, UFC is amazing. During this pandemic, why not? It's entertaining.
Hmm.
So yeah, that was cool. I mean, do you watch it all the time or do you just catch up with the news?
Not all the time. It all depends. Like say
Mm,
on life, if life prohibits it, then I'm going to watch it. But if
mm,
not, then I'm not going to ruin my week to watch it when I
for
can in
sure.
the morning.
Yeah, like for us, we have to schedule it, right? Because of
Yeah.
our time. Like for example, if you have to work the next day or I don't know, birthday
Hmm.
celebration the next day, you really have to time it. You're only gonna get 3 hours sleep after you watch it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I
I know.
wish they could change the time.
I know. I wish they could too. So, are you going to be watching any of the upcoming fights, like this weekend's card, or?
Yeah, it will be. There's Bellator as well,
Yeah.
happening this Friday night. So I'm glad the Bellator and UFC is now picking things up as well. So yeah, I mean, I want to enjoy the good weather as well in the UK because
Yeah.
we just have the last part of the sun before it turns to winter. So I if I can watch it in the beach like a catch up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing I want to talk to you about. You've recently moved house, haven't you?
I have moved. Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a
Yeah.
crazy experience. So now I live by the seaside, which is so calming. This is why I'm outside. So different from London. London
Yeah.
is a concrete jungle. And it's been so hot these days. So thank God you can just jump into the sea.
Hmm.
Um,
It'd be crazy.
so sorry, that was
But,
me. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's been nice living by the island. It's been cool
yeah. Yeah. There's a big difference from London to the seaside.
for sure, for sure.
Anyway, that's all from me. That's all the questions I've got. Unless you want to say anything.
No, I mean, I think you're doing so well. We are MMA, support them. They're really, I mean, dude, you've been doing this only recently and
Yeah.
you're getting a lot of traction.
Thank
And
you.
I think, as you said, it's all about just doing it. No one's going
Yeah.
to do it for you. You have to
No,
do it
just got
yourself.
to keep consistent and keep at it. Same goes
For
for you. There,
sure.
you're getting a lot of traction, and you're gonna as soon as things start rolling again, I'm sure you're going to be back in there interviewing the fighters face to face and all that stuff. So
I hope so too. I hope so. Modeling's picking up too. So
yeah,
now they're allowing photo shoots indoors. So hopefully,
yeah, fingers
yeah,
crossed.
pandemic was crazy even for martial arts gyms. They're losing out on businesses.
Yeah,
But I hope it gets better. That's all
yeah.
I want.
It's slowly starting to get a bit better in the UK with gyms opening, and I think the more and more
Yeah,
MMA gyms are starting to open now, but it's very slow
yeah,
with that side.
yeah,
But
exactly.
we're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Amazing.
Yeah.
Stay positive.
You too.
That's it.
And I hope to speak to you again soon.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me.
That's fine. Take care.
Bye bye. Thank you. Bye
Bye.
bye.